Welcome back to more The Sims 4. This is episode 30, I believe. So, cool, nice round number. And we are joined by some very wholesome grandparenting by Alfonso here. And yeah, newly arrived grandson. So this is Daniel, of course, who was born in the last episode when Rocco had a kid. And yeah, we're going to be looking after him because we have him to deal with now as a new addition to the household, which is very exciting. I think we have decorations up outside, so let's take those down. Yeah, it's 9 AM, people are starting to get up. Leo is awake, he was on the phone to Charlotte. But you, instead, are going to come down and clean up all this dinner no one ate, because Willow went into labour while they were about to eat their Harvest Fest dinner. But never mind, that's fine. Jay, meanwhile, is still asleep, which is a big mood. And so is Willow, which is fair, because, you know, she's just kind of got over the pregnancy and she deserves a bit of a rest. So people can look after the baby. Leo's going to go to work after he cleans up all the dishes. And yeah, this episode, obviously we're going to be looking after Daniel a bit. Babies in The Sims, and in real life, shocker, are a lot. It takes a lot of work, because he will cry every 30 seconds. I know Leo and Willow cried an awful lot, but we did have twin alien babies to deal with last time. This time we only have one, so hopefully we do have an easier task on our hands, and we have a lot more people in the house who can look after them. And of course Jay and Alfonso don't have to go to work anymore, they're retired, so they are going to be a constant. And it'd be cool to see them be grandparents, because as we know, they are approaching the end of their lives. And speaking of that, I was thinking, I think I mentioned it in the previous episode, maybe we have Alfonso and Jay actually visit Sixam in this episode, be like one last visit to Alfonso's home planet, where, you know, they got engaged on Sixam when they first went there. Alfonso kind of learned exactly what his purpose was when he was sent down to Earth there. He kind of found his purpose, and now, you know, he's definitely fulfilled that, because we have another generation being born right here with his grandson. So he can kind of report back to the overlords and tell them, you know, I think I've done a pretty good job in what you asked me to do in integrating alien life on Earth. So I think that'd be a nice kind of reflective thing for those two to do together in this episode. And yeah, alongside that we have a baby to deal with, so that might take up the majority of the episode trying to deal with Daniel. But at the moment, it's going okay with him. He's fine. He's settled. And yeah, I think Leo's just stood there and he should be going to work. You still think you should be sleeping. I mean, I don't blame you, but you really should be going to work eventually. Maybe he just does not want to do his dishes. Bentley doesn't want to stop singing, which again is fair. So why don't we have Alfonso clean these up, because you now have to go to work, so well done Leo on avoiding that. Okay, Jay's woken up and he's sad from an awful holiday, because obviously they didn't achieve what they wanted to with Harvest Fest, because, you know, baby. So that's kind of a shame, and it's probably going to be their last Harvest Fest, which sucks. But I think it's worth it for his little grandchild, and we get to see them be wholesome grandparents, and that's okay. Bentley's been crying for food even though his bowl's full. So I don't know exactly what's on with that. He is going to have some now, I think. But yeah, we're just going to get on with the day, see Alfonso and Jay kind of chill, and before they head off to Sixam, it is basically the weekend coming up, so we have plenty of time, because hopefully Willow and Rocco will be off work from the weekend, so they can stay home with their baby. It allows Alfonso and Jay to kind of have a little getaway for a few hours. So yeah, very, very excited for that. It's been a hell of a long journey. I think it was like August time, July or August last year, and then we started The Sims. I actually think coming up to like a year, which is kind of crazy. It was kind of a nice time to reflect on that by going back to Sixam. Here we go. I was just about to zoom in and say, oh, isn't he sleeping soundly? And then he starts crying. So that's good. Are you hungry? Let's feed him. Look at this. I think Willow's going to be a really good mum, so I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more of that. And I think he was hungry, that soothed him, so well done Willow, very good instincts there. And also well done me for very good instincts. I'm clearly going to be an excellent father. Leo and Rocco are still at work, so I guess we're just going to be chilling. I feel like while Daniel's kind of fine, we get Willow started on her next book, because literally only in like the next room, which is fine. I think we'll have her write a non-fiction book about becoming a mum. Let's call it Mum's the Word. And Alfonso's just kind of cleaning up this mess, because we had the sink and toilet explode, which wasn't ideal. Crying child again, but you can see he's got a dirty diaper. And Jay, it was his instinct to clean it, so well done. Good granddadding. Well done, Jay. Look at him making a silly face at the baby. Wholesome content. As soon as everyone leaves the room, Bentley's up on the couch sniffing around, deciding this is his place now. Might even be going to sleep, but he is kind of got his eyes on the baby, so I think he's kind of keeping watch, which is very sweet. Now these two are chatting, he's professing his undying love to Alfonso, which is kind of wholesome, and I think they're just kind of, I'm going to allow this, but if you die, I will be angry. But yeah, why are you going outside? If you two are going to woohoo in that blimmin' bush that Leo and Charlotte did, I think you are, aren't you? You! Look at it, it's disgusting. You cheeky sons of... Well, I was going to say, they're talking about, oh, can you believe that we've got a grandkid? This is amazing. Instead, we have two old men woohooing in a pile of leaves. So that's good. Meanwhile, here's Willow just casually writing, and Daniel is still sound asleep. It's all going fairly smoothly with him so far, which is awesome. It's going to obviously benefit even better when Rocco gets home, so he can spend a bit of time with his baby. And Leo will be home too eventually, very soon. Let's see. I still find it hilarious that Rocco's big goal in life is to become a vampire. That won't be happening, spoiler. Oh, he might get a promotion today. Excellent. Unless he has to do those, maybe. But he's at work till 5. Leo's not back till 6. But that's fine. Jay's come in to check on Willow, see how she's doing with the whole new mum thing and everything. Almost Daniel's birthday already. Holy hell. I'm glad they're not babies for too long though. It literally ages up tomorrow. Oh, it's Rocco's birthday on the same day as Daniel's. That's very wholesome. And then it's a new skill day the day after that. Oh, that's great. I didn't realise that. Maybe we have Jay and Alfonso go to Sixam tomorrow morning. And then in the afternoon we celebrate Daniel and Rocco aging up. So Rocco is going to become an adult, I think. It's like a fully fledged adult. Keep forgetting. I haven't played Sims in ages. Keep forgetting which one's next. Yeah. So in one day he'll become a fully fledged adult, and then Daniel will become a toddler already. So that's kind of cool to see what he's going to look like aged up. I didn't realise it was that soon. So that's awesome. I look forward to that. He hasn't got that promotion. I think I need to get him to actually do this before he can be promoted, which is fair. So we can get him on that, fair enough. I'll probably do that, focus a bit more on his career levelling up when him and Willow have moved into the other house, which we will be doing eventually. Obviously, we are kind of waiting for Alfonso to die. So let's not talk about that issue just yet. Hey, Willow's written her book, which is awesome. I think she actually achieved something. Oh, she's written 4 out of 5 good books now. So we nearly got her on a next level up of that thing, which is cool. Like a lifetime achievement. Leo's back from work. We'll have Willow sell Mum's the Words with publisher, so she can get some royalties for that. Joe, you're exercising is stressing me out, so you can stop that. You've had a bit of time on there. Sharon wants to come over. Very wholesome. Ooh. Well, Leo's feeling a bit paranoid, but Sharon wants to come over so she can hang out. Those two are probably just catching up. He's asking after Daniel. Speaking of which, how about you go and check up on your son, who's actually been very good today. He's only cried like 2 or 3 times. So how about you bounce him? Leo is home from work as well, obviously because Charlotte's on her way, and Bentley just came out and sat next to him. So wholesome. So Charlotte's come over, they're just going to catch up. He's going to ask her about her day. So they're going to have a nice little chat, which is very wholesome. And yeah, well, actually, things are going quite smoothly. I definitely remember it being a bit more chaotic when we had the twin alien babies, so it definitely is nicer with one. Rocco's just staying and staring, in, probably in awe at his baby. Yeah, these two are catching up. Willow and Jay are just having a laugh outside, which is very nice. They're being quite happy. Bentley just wants to join in on the conversation, which is fair enough. They're going to pet Bentley. Wholesome scenes. And yeah, it was actually going quite smoothly and very happy. I think this is a nice kind of content time for the house. Hopefully it's not the calm before the storm, and Daniel ends up becoming a devil child and just doesn't stop crying. But for now, all is good. Alfonso is chatting and cooing at Daniel. I think he's in danger of crying again. Alicia Burke, don't know who that is. These two, honestly, these two have a problem. They're going in the woohoo bush again. Okay, and he's crying. He's crying. Alfonso, do something. Stop the crying, Bubba. Pleasantly satisfied. Well done. How about you two actually behave? Get back indoors and behave. Maybe we just need to get Leo a double bed, because that's kind of getting ridiculous how often they use that. Well, if that's not a sign we need to go to Sixam, I don't know what is. Clearly they want an update on Daniel from Rocco, and as soon as he's taken, he starts crying again. He just knows. Alfonso just stayed with him for hours, which is very sweet. Changed dirty diaper. Hopefully Rocco doesn't come back pregnant, because that would be quite something, and I don't think I can deal with that. So these guys are all just hanging out watching TV while Daniel's asleep. Leo's going to go and coo at him as well. So Uncle Leo hasn't gotten much time with Daniel yet, so kind of his turn to look at the baby, and I think Charlotte wanted to kind of come in and see him as well. So yeah, potentially making babies and then looking at a baby, so there you go, that's what's going on with those two, but clearly he's still going strong. These two are having the chat outside. I think they just talk about going to Sixam tomorrow. I think Jay's a bit nervous about going back to Sixam. How they're going to top the last trip, you know, when they got all these answers and he proposed and everything. I think he's kind of aware of what's going on. Widow's getting very cold, so they do need to get back inside, but I think we're just kind of reassuring him. And, speaking of aliens, Rocco's just got back, so hopefully you're okay. Zapped and jolted, but that's okay. Right, Uncle Leo's getting the bottle out to feed Daniel, and that's what he wanted because he's stopped crying, so that's excellent. And I've just realised what the time is, so actually, as wholesome as these scenes are to see everyone interact with the baby, you need to get to bed, and hopefully Daniel can sleep through the night just fine. Or you're very playful now. Rocco's really enjoying that TV show, so go to bed. Let's take a look while all sleeping. There's a little harbour over here, look, right by the house. They actually have a really nice view. Why is that water glowing over there? I don't know. I'm not liking what could be going on in that cabin. I think it may be haunted. I think that's the place where Leo first met Charlotte. So yeah, it's a really nice little place, Swindon Bay. Probably my favourite map in The Sims. So Will and Rocco are up a bit earlier than everyone else, so they're just getting some woohoos in while they still have the time to, before they stress over their baby, who is awake, but for now, just very content, not crying. Everyone else is still asleep. But yeah, we'll get them up fairly soon because we want Jalfonso to have a good amount of time at Sixam before they get back for Rocco and Daniel's birthdays. I guess, yeah, this is Rocco's birthday present from Willow. They're both gone to check on the baby, which is very sweet. All those maternal and paternal instincts kicking in with those two. Jalfonso is still very much asleep. Daniel is crying his eyes out. Bentley's asleep on the sofa. How about Leo? You send a good morning text to Charlotte, and then you'll probably just be chilling for this weekend, maybe helping out as being a helpful uncle at some point. Rocco got to the baby first, so I think you're going to change a dirty diaper. Well done, Rocco. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be quite an exciting day. And then what event did we have after that? New skill day, that's right. So yeah, Rocco and Daniel's birthday today. Then in a week, oh I see. In a week it's Leo's birthday, and then it's Willow's a couple of days after. Obviously they are twins, they're born on the same day, they should have the same birthday, so we're going to ignore Willow's, I think. Because I think Rocco was a week older than those two. Obviously when I kind of stopped aging to do Leo's university series, it kind of changed their ages around a bit, I think, so ignore that. Then it's not going to be Willow's birthday on Winterfest because we want to focus on Winterfest. So we'll be aging her up in a week as well, along with Leo. So that'll probably be the next episode, actually. Retirement pay came in for those two. 72,000 simoleons, we're doing well. We're definitely able to afford that house now when the time comes for that. And Alfonso and Jay are both up, so we'll get them ready, get them some breakfast and everything, and then we will head off in the rocket to Sixam. Explore space. Let's go back to Sixam. Okay, so it turns out the ship needs some upgrades. I need to install the wormhole generator, because obviously I didn't re-add all the upgrades in when we moved to this house because we had to get a different rocket ship. So he's going to be doing that today. Tomorrow we will go to Sixam, and then today we'll just focus on these two and their birthdays. So far Daniel has been a very good baby. I'm very happy with how mostly manageable he is. You know, he doesn't really cry all that often, so thank you. Oh man, if he wanted to, Rocco could set the rocket on fire. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think that would end very well for anyone, but it's a thing he can do. Daniel needs his diaper changing again, so we're going to have Willow do that. I was going to get a Ben stuff sorted for him when he ages up. Where am I going to put it? It's a very good point. Maybe we even need to move the gym equipment around a bit and put something in that corner maybe. Because, you know, I don't really want Alfonso and Jay to do too much working out anyway. It is Daniel's birthday. It's also Rocco's. Dina did not enjoy it being Daniel's birthday, so she died. One thing we do need to do is to get Willow to cook a cake for Rocco. Obviously we don't really need one for Daniel, but Rocco needs one as well since it's his birthday too. I love that their birthdays ended up being on the same day. That's pretty cool. I like this song. Esther didn't. The cake is sorted for Rocco, but this one right here, it's crying, so let's sort him out. How is Alfonso doing with the repairs? Very uncomfortable from the cold. He's done most of it. You'll finish that later on. For now you need to get back upstairs and celebrate some birthdays with your son-in-law and your grandson. I don't know what channel they've got on the station for this, but man, I'm feeling it. Oh god, now Jay's been taken. Oh my goodness. Rocco was just like right there watering some gross plants. And yeah, just casually being father-in-law being kidnapped behind him by the aliens. More updates from the Overlords, I guess. Jay's kind of missing out because he's been abducted by aliens, but it is time for Rocco to blow out his candles and age up. I can hear Daniel crying in the background, so that's great. And we're getting a message by a ghost who wants a drink. But yeah, Rocco aged up, adulthood, fulfilling dreams, planning for retirement, and midlife crisis await. Perfect time to start wrapping up his lifelong goals. So there we go. Rocco's a fully fledged adult. Very exciting. And yeah, I think we should get it with Daniel as well. We don't want him to age up sad though. So how about we change his dirty diaper first? Oh! Bentley! I think Bentley's aging up. Guys, the saddest thing in the world's just happened. Bentley's past his peak and has become an elderly cat now. You may notice him sleeping more often, jumping onto things less, and being more likely to get sick. Bentley still has some good days left though, so spend some time with him before it's time to say goodbye. Oh my god, Bentley's an old cat. Oh no. No, Bentley. Birthdays all around, but this is the saddest birthday of all. Oh, look at him all old. Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm not thinking about the connotations of that. What if he dies around the same time as Alfonso and Jay do? This is truly the end of an era approaching. I do not want to think about Bentley dying. I mean, I love Mayor Whiskers, I really do. But I think Bentley might have overtaken him as my favourite cat. But we honour Mayor Whiskers nonetheless. He was the OG. Right, Alfonso's changing the dirty diaper. And then Willow, you come over and... how do we do this? Age up, there we go. So it's time for Daniel to age up into a toddler. There's the other birthday boy. Birthday man, I guess, because he's now an adult, but still. Let's go over to where good old Daniel's going to be aging up. Whoa, that's quite the image. There we go, Daniel aged up. Toddlers, they spent playing with toys, exploring the world, and learning to communicate with words instead of tears away. This is the perfect time to start skill building for the future. I can hear someone, again I think, being kidnapped. And he's going to be silly. There he is. Look at him. He is big. Like, I feel like he seems big for a toddler, right? Damn. Damn, Daniel. Not ideal, but we're going to get rid of that thing there. It's just going to give us a bit of money, but we're also going to be spending it again. And we're just going to put the top of the bed for there for now until I can work out where I want things to go. But yes, let's just get standard top of the bed for him. Oh, I think we could fit that thing back in here actually. It's not too bad. But yeah, early in the morning now, so everyone needs to get to bed, including Daniel in your new bed. They really do grow up so fast. There we go. So next morning, Alfonso's finished installing the rocket upgrade, so we go to Sixam now. It's also a new skill day, so we can focus on that a bit later on. But for now, we are going to travel through the wormhole, go back to Sixam. For real this time. And here we are, we're back on Sixam. Alfonso and Jay are here, and they are now just talking about how crazy it is to be back, how reflective everything is, and the fact that last time they were here, they got engaged, they found out so many answers about Alfonso's life and his mission, and while this was the place where Alfonso was born, his home is Earth, and he made a life and family there, and he did what the Overlords wanted him to do. I think part of him knows this is the last time he's ever going to visit his home planet, so he's glad that Jay kind of came there with him on this adventure, because they found each other through this kind of crazy mission that Alfonso was sent on, and he found a purpose, and I think he gained a lot of humanity, which he always wanted. And it's been a crazy ride, and I think they're just glad to have come back one last time to see where Alfonso's story began, but it's going to end in his real proper home, back on Earth with his family and his son and daughter, his son-in-law, his cat, and his newly born grandson. And I think that he's just very, very thankful for everything everything he's kind of achieved and everything he's done on this crazy journey in this crazy place. And they found each other through it all. So Jalfonso found each other, and they've had a beautiful story. And this is quite a beautiful place. Oh, God, they've gone in for more. A beautiful place to kind of reflect on that and, accept that they're approaching the final chapter of their story. But no matter what, I think it's been, they've had ups and downs. Jay getting impregnated with babies wasn't, the highlight of their lives, but it did bring them Willow, it brought them Leo, and, by definition that also brought them Rocco, and also Daniel now. So it's been quite the journey with these two, and I think they really enjoyed being able to come back one last time, just to kind of see the beautiful sights, see where Alfonso started and where he is now. What an amazing story, and it's not over yet. While they are approaching the end, they got through it together, as you can clearly see. No love lost ever between these two, and yeah, just a very, very nice little moment to themselves in a really beautiful place. And that's actually going to be it for this episode. I think it was nice to see them come back to Sixam for one last little reflection and some push-ups, apparently. And yeah, we're looking after Daniel. He aged up, which was really cool. So did Rocco. So did Bentley, which isn't quite as exciting. But yeah, the next episode, that's going to continue on. We're going to be celebrating some other things, I'm sure. Maybe some other birthdays coming up. We have some new events coming up. We'll have to wait and see exactly what the next episode is going to bring. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's definitely going to be more of this crazy but awesome family and their lives as, they continue the final stretch of their story with Jalfonso. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.